Hey guys, it's Jeff with Shutter Zone Media. We're going to be coming out with weekly Shutter Zone Media content. What kind of content, you ask? This kind of content. We're at the Blatz Luxury Condominiums and Offices. Let's interview Casey and Paige and find out how it all started.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I, before doing all this, grew up skateboarding. You know, I was in music, like playing in a band, punk rocker, but the whole time growing up, I was big into promoting. I was big into filming because with skateboarding, if you didn't get it on camera, it didn't happen. And I brought my camera to work one day when I sold electronic cigarettes. And this is before the bigger companies were even out. They brought it from Texas. It was just a little kiosk in the mall. It was all commission based, and I went in and I just took a picture, and I had a fisheye on my camera and sent it to the manager and was like, hey, what do you think, you know? And she was like, oh, you do photography? So I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I started calling all my friends that did photography growing up, and I'm like, yo, dude, they just asked me if I do this. They want to meet with me. What do I say? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Then I moved back from Chicago, and that's when I met the real brains of the operation, my lovely wife Paige here, and started doing Secret Skincare, selling that stuff, and then we would do videos actually, like promoting events. And as you may know, we are Team Cage. So it's like I always had my camera, but it was always more of like my passion thing. Never once did I think that it would be like my career of any kind.
The company he spoke about, Secret, that's where it all started for me, and that was my journey into personal development, like how to run a business. I guess what I was really like attracted to for different kinds of work was 100% the culture and the energy and the family, and that was the biggest thing with Secret too. Shutter Zone is just so different, and it means so much to us and gives us so much purpose solely because of the team, because now we're thinking of it as like, this isn't for us, this provides everyone like so much opportunity. So how can we be there for you guys and serve you and get this to a point where you guys feel happy and successful?
The fact that to just see the gratitude and just see like how people's lives change, and like we were able to do that just because we took a risk. Like, had we not taken a risk.
Dude, yeah, Shutter Zone, it was our passion project, our baby, and we would be up all day, all night, just working on it constantly.
Yeah, it wasn't work though. It was
exactly.
We were just so fired up that it was like, I mean, my first logo, ugliest thing. The reason I think it was so successful in the beginning was I didn't ever try to get, and I know Paige says clients because it's just, that's a familiar word we all know, but one thing I preach heavily is that there are our friends, our professional partners, our, you know, you're building a real relationship. And so in the beginning, when I wasn't shooting houses, I was literally at a brokerage, hanging out, just checking in. Like, I would go in and be like, hey, Jeff, Joe, like, what are you guys up to? How's your podcast? What are you doing? You got a camera? Let me show you how to use it. Let me do this. And I would just teach people things.
And add value, being a go-giver.
When I was at US Cellular, I read the book, The Go-Giver. But the book changed my life and my philosophy on everything, because it turned me from being a go-getter to being a go-giver. And the philosophy of that is you always go out and add more value. And my thing was I stopped thinking about money. I went out and I was like, how can I just add more value to the people's lives around me? How can I just be their friend? How can I become more interested in them? How can I just make them want to basically get to a point where it's like, dude, you're my friend, why would I not use you, kind of thing. And then from that point, I wanted to be so good that it was like, if they had a friend that was a photographer, that photographer would be like, honestly, use them, because I can't do that. Like, we want to be so good that your photographer tells you to use us.
And I think that's something that businesses wholeheartedly lack, because they only think about the product. Like, ooh, yeah, you have great photos, but do you care? Like, do you genuinely care about your clients?
Shutter Zone was always about going out and, again, adding more value, giving back to those, you know, partners. We do their events. We've always sponsored them. We do the photos for events. We're partnered with GMAR. We're partnered with the WRA. We're partnered with the Women's Council. We're partnered with YPN. We're partnered with all these people because we genuinely care about the industry, and they see that. We give back. But the other thing is that a lot of realtors will use a cost-effective company because they're thinking about the investment, and they're just trying to think like, oh, lower costs and then higher profits. Whereas our partners are thinking about leverage. They're thinking about their, you know, building their brand and their business. They know that this house, despite whether these photos sell this house, even though they're going to, because we have a 3.5 times faster selling rate than anybody else. It's proven. WRA records, is that where you got it? Yeah. It's no big deal. I'm not trying to preach how amazing we are, or am I? Yeah, I am. Yeah, they're using us in the market because it brands them. It shows they're a professional, they're a business owner, they're investing to get the best quality. True professional realtors right now are utilizing us as a leverage point to get the listing. They're turning around and showing their media and saying, this is why you list with me. Go on MLS, go on Zillow right now and look at all these photos. Look at the ones I'm going to give you. And I swear, more realtors have told me they use us to close their deals than anybody. Like it's insane. Like
we have realtors where they sit down with the clients to like get the signature to get the listing, and they have full presentations with like our work on it. Like, this is why you want to use us, because if you go with Joe Schmo down the road, he's gonna take pictures with his iPhone.
We've genuinely built strong relationships, and they know when we go, we're representing them, and they know dang well that Shutter Zone is gonna represent it. In fact, we are the part of the real estate transaction that's the fun part. Everything before us is stressful and it's not fun and no one wants to do it. And we are the last vendor basically in the house before the house hits the market. And so we come in, they finally got it cleaned. They've been like, they're still polishing stuff up. They're like, I'm sorry. And we're like, no, we get it. And we're there being cool. We're going through the walkthrough. We're calming them down. We're letting them know like how things are going to go. Don't worry about it. This is going to be amazing. And then they have fun. And then we talk about how they're in great hands with the realtor because we genuinely mean that. It's our friend. And then all of a sudden they're telling the realtor how amazing their experience was and how they had no idea the photos were going to be so good and they want to buy their own house, like all that stuff. But it's the experience, it's the value, it's the friendships, it's the fact that we genuinely care.
Yeah, when we sit around a table and we mastermind, we have our real estate partners top of mind. Like, how can we innovate the industry and what we do to benefit them? That's 100% what this is about.
I don't do any of this for us anymore. It's about the partners we've made in the industry, and it's the partners that we have on our team. It's literally so much bigger than us, and I'm humbled to feel like a student of our own company at this point now, because I'm watching, like, we started it, but you guys really built this and took it to where it is, and we're forever grateful and just here to serve now. Where I see us in the future, 5 years from now, honestly, is, I'm going with our core values of the crisp, committed, resourceful, innovative. So we're going to go with that, which is we're going to constantly do what we've always done and be at the forefront of all innovation, all technology within in the industry, and continue to lead it, but also inspire others to help revolutionize the industry. When we came in, it was cookie cutter. It was still like your realtor was like your attorney, was like your doctor. They're on the blue spongy background, and it's just like, I'm Tom, and I'm going to sell your house. And now it's fun, it's hip, it's IKEA, it's sexy, it's just this new, young, modern, like, we're out buying houses, we're out selling houses. I'm watching realtors doing like music covers and talk about real estate. I'm watching them just do all these unique things, and it's just, I feel we have a big place in that, and we bring a lot of humor, a lot of fun, and a lot of stress relief. We're the comedic relief in a sense, but we can be because we're at the same time the Apple, and that's where we're gonna be. We're gonna be the Apple of real estate media.